Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the video. I'm GetGoodGuy, and today we're talking about playing on a terrible internet connection. I've had a few of you guys comment before about how bad your internet is where you're from, or simply because you happen to have a bad line or a slow package. Well, I can now relate and at least somewhat empathize. If you've seen recent videos, you'll know that I've moved house, which is awesome, but that the internet here is absolutely terrible right now, at least when compared with the average speeds for the UK. And yes, I did talk about lag recently in another video, but this isn't server lag or anything like that this time. This is entirely down to my connection and nothing I can blame the game for or anyone else's connection at all. So I've got a few things to cover. One is a challenge idea involving my internet connection. Two is to talk about just how much a bad connection can affect your experience so that those of you who aren't aware can get a perspective on it, and so those of you who do have a bad internet connection can feel like there are others who understand. And three, to explain that I am fixing the issue so the quality and frequency of videos can go back up soon, hopefully. So let's kick things off with that challenge idea. Because the internet here is so bad currently, and I'll show you here a screenshot of the slowest speed I've seen it at since I got here, just as proof I'm not making this up. Obviously it isn't always that slow, but it's regularly around 1 or 2 megabits per second, and I've yet to see it reach as high as even say 9 megabits, even once. I mean, most of the time I have to try to send Xbox messages 2 or 3 times before they even go. So yeah, due to this issue, I'm not really feeling doing challenge videos right now until it's fixed, as it's essentially like playing with 2 challenges stacked on top of each other, and I don't want all those videos to become variations of me just playing with terrible lag. So my idea, for those of you who like the challenge videos and don't want to go a while without one, is to just do a bad internet connection challenge. I'll play on this connection for a gameplay before it gets fixed, with all of my usual editing, and ta-da, there's a basic challenge video for you to watch. If you'd want to see that, make sure you let me know in the comments below. Obviously they take quite a while to make those challenge videos, so I need to know if it's something you're actually interested in. If enough people are, then I'll do it for you. Right, onwards to point number 2. I really feel for you guys that have bad internet for the long term. It really sucks. The gameplay you're watching is actually me playing on this connection, and although you may not be able to tell, at least not in all of it, it's really tough. It may not look like it when you watch it, but it just feels off. The reload times are delayed. People seemingly have to drop on me all the time. It's very difficult. I'll show you a little clip here which shows more clearly what I have to deal with sometimes, and it's just kind of weird and tough to deal with. I mean, it can be super frustrating. I played a decent amount the other day and built up so much sympathy for those of you who struggle with this. Personally, I've found that if I make any slight mistakes, I die, and I have to either get the drop on someone, be pretty fast to react, or completely outplay them in order to win the gunfight, which can be pretty tiring when it's required constantly. As a point of reference, I averaged something like a 3.2 or 3.19 KD, I think, but on the day I'm talking about, playing on this connection, I pulled out a KD in the low 2 range, like somewhere around a whole kill per death lower than usual. So that's a pretty massive impact, I'm sure you can understand. I'm not saying getting a 2 KD is something worth complaining about, but you can see the difference there is pretty massive. So if you have a decent connection and you ever doubt someone who says their bad connection makes it tough to play and even enjoy the game, well, trust me, you should probably believe them. It's nowhere near as fun, I absolutely promise you. If you have a slow connection, my tips for maximizing it would be to hardwire into your router with an Ethernet cable if possible, and if you can't do, then try using a power line kit. If you're not sure what that is, you can Google it. It really might help some of you out. And essentially just turn off or don't use your internet connection on devices that you don't need to while you play. Splitting your connection between multiple devices can have a big impact. It's essentially just sharing the internet connection that you're getting in, so it may well slow down the connection you get into your PC or console and cause lag, etc. And so, on to point number 3. It's a bit of a tricky situation, which I won't go into detail about, but I am in the process of switching internet service providers. It's just going to take a little longer than it would for most households. But as soon as that's done, things will be back to how many of you are used to it being, and I'll be throwing out guides, challenges, and commentaries as often as I can with much more stable gameplay. So with that said, remember to let me know if you want to see the bad internet challenge, and share your stories of poor internet connections in the comments below. It might make other people feel better as well. Now let's go over to the board of awesome for the epic people who allow you to get content from me full-time by supporting the channel on Patreon. They are the main reason you're getting this video right now, so thanks to everyone on here. If you want to join them on the board of awesome, the link to the Patreon page is in the description and my pinned pinned comment. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you don't want to miss future videos, remember to turn on notifications with the bell button and select to always be notified. And then feel free to like, share and subscribe. I'm GetGoodGuy, and I'll see you next time. Laters.